Would you rather have your partner cheat on you in front of the entire world or in private?
Like me, your niece such money in the summer, we're gonna have beef.
I don't like sweat.
And then it dies of starvation. What now?
Don't play. I saw the Instagram.
I'm a winner at life.
Because we don't want to spoil the movie. Who's gonna want to watch it?
What's the climax? Like, what
There's
you
no
doing?
point. Like, girl, you want to taste the juices, the meats.
That's all it is critical thinking, honestly.
So a lot of people have changed the world, right? MLK, Abraham Lincoln,
RJ.
Jesus Christ, Adolf, right? There's a lot of people that have changed the world for better or for worse. There's a lot of people that have changed the world.
Pablo Escobar. Don't talk, talk about the greats, man.
Escobar,
Talk about
like
Pablo Escobar. You talking about the what's it? Wakanda Forever. You know what I'm saying? Black Panther changed the world forever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The Torture Boy. What is it? Like the little
yeah.
white thing that comes in a little bag that you put in the oven and it comes out banging as hell. Like that shit's crazy.
Bro. Did you mean toaster strudel?
I said it.
oh, nah,
Yeah.
run the tape, yeah, run the tape.
I said it. Run the tape. I said Torture. Like I said,
I respect. But a lot of people have changed the world, right? But I don't know if they set out to do that, and I don't know if I believe that one person can actually change the world.
What?
I don't know if I believe that
I believe it.
that one solo person can change the whole entire world.
Yeah, bro.
Listen, real quick.
I'm listening.
Just to end this argument really quick. One imaginary person.
Not even an argument. We just having a conversation. The pod just started. He's trying to end it right now. He don't go.
One imaginary person changed the entire world. One.
Here we go.
Imaginary. One imaginary one. One imaginary one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
Maria, el hijo tuyo is wilding.
my mom knows what my beliefs are.
so this one person, or the person who created this one person, however you want to see it, changed the entire world.
Yeah. For
Facts.
better or for worse, depending on what side you're on.
God, if you're listening to right now, I do not agree with this man right here next.
I believe in God. I just
So one man can't change the world, or they can change the world. Steven says they can. So you think they can change the world? One person.
Yeah.
Even today, like today,
Yeah.
one person, if they decided to put their energy into changing the
Bro,
world,
like I'll end this shit right now. Let me take a shot before I say this.
that's not a shot, but
Before I was here, somebody else was here. I changed the world.
wait.
You
What?
feel me? Shout out to the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But we changed things.
when I think world is relative, because it's like, do you say literally this person changed the entire world, like Earth, or do you mean your world, like your life, like the world that's around you? Because the world that's around John is not the world that's around me, and it's not the
I'll
world,
be rocking some worlds.
and it's not the world that's around Steven. It's different.
I mean, I'm speaking literally like the entire world. Like,
Me too.
I can name someone today who's alive that, whether you believe it's for the better or worse, changed the world. And it's Elon Musk. He created Starlink. Like,
So
that's
I just feel like everybody's selfish. Everybody got their own world, and you're the one person in that world. You know what I'm saying? If I walk into that world and I'm like, "Hey, what's up, shorty? How you doing today?" I could change it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying like just my presence gonna change it, but I'm saying like you right now, this is your world. This is not my world. In your head, this is your world.
whose world is this?
Hey,
The world
yo,
is yours.
bro, pause. What the fuck? Nah,
It's a
don't
mic.
do that shit again, bro.
It was a mic.
We know it's the mic. That's the
If
problem.
you're gonna rap, just rap. Don't do the gimmicks. Like that was crazy. That was. You know what? I'm gonna take a little sip.
What's
Not a
the
shot, right?
what's the
I'll
yellow
take a
card in soccer? What is it?
A yellow card.
What
It's
does
a
it
caution.
mean?
It's like a caution. Like, don't do
Yo.
it again.
Yo, you playing with fire? Chill out. Chill out. Let's stay here. I think you have to focus on changing your world, and then maybe you can change the world.
So inner help, inner work, inner just progress could build up to something that leads to you actually putting your foot in the world, and by that You just said like some type of motion, and that changed the world type shit.
It's
I
like
mean,
it's like putting your oxygen on first before putting your kids' oxygen on.
I think that depends on what type of saving you're doing. Because like if you look at the movie Hitch, he got no game, but he's always putting people on game. You know what I'm saying? Look at Brian Scalabrine, a great basketball analyst, coach.
Go back, go back, go back, go back. You said Hitch. He got no game, but he's helping other people.
Yeah,
He had
Did I
game.
see the movie wrong?
He had game. He just couldn't fall in love when it was like real love. He couldn't. He had no game in that
well,
aspect.
you know what I meant.
This man was my fucking idol. There's no way he had no game. Like we're talking about
You know
Will
what I
Smith
meant.
before Jada. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like he was
we'll
an
get there.
animal. He
We'll get
was
there.
an
We'll get
animal.
there. We'll get there. Steven?
Oh, that's what I was saying. Whatever it was that he couldn't find something, but he was able to help people find that. But even though he didn't have it himself, so I don't think you gotta, be perfect in your world before you can help someone else's world be perfect.
I can agree with that, but you can't. I don't think I agree that your world can be in shambles and then you can change the world.
I don't think that's true either. Right? Like you look at kids. Look at kids. Growing up, I didn't know what fucking fire my family was sitting in. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I was fed. I went outside to play. I came home. I took a hot shower, and I had shelter. Whether the shelter was shit
I
or
don't
not,
I
it
don't
was
get
still
that.
my
What you
world
mean?
was
What
great.
you mean? Like if your world was in shambles, like nobody could come in and fix it.
Like no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if your world is in shambles and you don't have anything organized in your life, like you don't have any uh like
Like your life
you
is
have
falling apart.
bad relationships everywhere. How can you change the world if your world is chaotic?
Are you asking me that question?
Yeah.
It's the way you think. Everything is the way you think. Bro, because like it's simple. If you're going through a negative and you thinking positive, that shit's gonna change. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But what I'm saying is everything around you is negative. Your relationships are all negative. So how can you change the entire world if your world you can't even
oh,
fix this world, right?
right.
I'm saying you can't even fix your relationships with your family, like
So
you like
so I
all the girlfriends you have, those relationships end horribly. Like everybody, like if you can't even establish yourself and be great in your world, how can you then in turn go
it's like
and
conquer thyself before you conquer the world.
yeah.
On it.
So
What
do
if
we
I don't
believe
know-
the
what if
people
I
that
don't
have
care
changed
about
the
myself?
world have conquered themselves?
I just feel like it's basically the same thing you're saying. Like if you have self control, you control a lot more things than you did beforehand. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, like a girl that you've been trying to kick it at has been ignoring you for days. She sees you in person, she likes your vibes, then she hits you up again. If you're able to control that, you're able to control the situation, and you realize like, hey, like I'm good off that. You know what I'm saying? Did that make sense?
Kinda.
It's a simple fact of well, like if you control your emotion, you can control a lot more. So it all falls down to discipline, right? Having the
Yeah.
discipline to say no to things that are not good for you just because you're not in the moment. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
so I definitely
So,
get that.
so you agree mastering yourself and your environment.
And honestly, I've been working that shit for like when was the last time I left that. So like about for two years, I've been that ass is just like working on like controlling my emotions, controlling my urges. Cause honestly, like as a man, and I don't know how females do it, you know what I'm saying? But as a man, it's hard to control your like urges, you know what I'm saying? Like in the moment type of shit, like
Yeah.
and I'll be honest, the moment I do control my urges, the moment I control myself, my emotions, something beautiful always comes out of it. Like it's like you feel me, you feel empowered. Like you know what I mean? It's different.
No, I no, I no, that resonates. That resonates for sure. Uh, I think that is in all your relationships. I mean, even like being like newly married and or being in a long relationship with someone, it's all about that. It's about self-control, controlling yourself. You know what I mean?
I don't agree with that, but I
With
hear
what
you.
with what part?
So self control. You don't agree with self. I'm not screaming. I'm sorry. If you don't agree with self control, could change your world type of thing.
No. Not really. I don't agree with that either. Um, can it
Explain that
change?
to me.
Okay, so in all, it really depends what you define as world, right? Like, for example, children. You don't have to have anything in your life sorted out for you to make sure that your children's world is
No,
perfect.
we're not talking about children. We're talking about you right now. In
Well,
your
no,
world.
we'll get there. So we'll start with his point with the kids.
Yeah, my point is, let's start with kids, right?
No,
Nothing has.
because my thing is right now we're speaking about things like about control. As a kid, you can't control your emotions
That's
since you
not.
don't know what control is in general. You just have emotions.
Well, I don't believe that you need to control your emotions. I think you should need to understand and be able to know when to express, like when to. I mean, it's part of control, but being able to
I think
understand
it's
and
the same.
know.
I think it's the same.
You think it's the same thing?
I think
Okay.
it's the
Yeah,
same.
Well,
I think
I honestly like
control
knowing your emotions, like knowing like for example, like you're out and about and in the moment you're drinking and somebody just literally bumps into you. If you control your emotions, you will see it as like, hey, it's a mistake. If you don't and you're an angry person, an aggressive person, you're like, yo, what the fuck? Why you
Mhm.
Oh, I'm 10 minutes in. I'm good. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh sorry. I try my hardest not to curse in this show. Whatever the case might be, if you bump into somebody and if you see somebody in that light, if that's the light you always see things and you don't control
Mhm.
yourself, you just ruined the night for everybody else just because you couldn't control your emotions.
okay. Okay. So besides kids, what else is there? Like, so I can continue
Because
to be.
not like we
Oh, you
let's
said
talk
yourself, right?
about adults. You get me? Like kids, like I understand where you were going with, but adults could control their emotions. A kid, mind you, a kid, you give a cookie to a kid, he's gonna be happy. You take it away, he's gonna be mad. When you give a cookie to an adult, like he's like, all right. You take it away, he's like, all right. You know what I'm saying? They could control that even if they feel however they want to feel about it.
I
You know what I'm
mean, you can give me
saying?
a cookie. I'm gonna be happy.
Nah, but listen, you take my cookie away, I'm gonna be mad at you. You know what I'm saying? I worked hard. I've been
But
DMing her for mad long.
that's not where I was expecting that to go.
My fault,
But but all right. So we had mentioned kids, and then you said no, not kids. So what are we talking about when we're talking about the world?
Well, we were establishing two differences, whether your world, like your immediate world, and then the literal planet Earth, every single body, every single person.
Okay. So do you mean like my own personal bubble?
Yeah, your bubble,
Do I
your
believe
bubble.
that control? I mean, with everything being in shambles, do I believe? So with everything being in shambles, do I believe I could have a perfect world, or
So like, if your bubble is
everything in my bubble
is
is in
terrible,
shambles?
is in
Yeah.
shambles, do you think you can escape that bubble and change the world?
Oh, so you're saying okay? So you mean can I? My world is in shambles, right? Like my bubble, but can I be the difference to the external world, the
Yeah,
entire world? I
yeah,
still believe you can. Yes.
you think you can.
Listen, Jesus was homeless. Jesus had no bitches.
Oh, whoa, bro. I just jumped into some shit.
Listen, Jesus
Yo,
had.
son, let me tell
Hold
you
on,
something.
hold on. I'm telling you something.
Yo, you
Jesus,
didn't see that line. You didn't they
Jesus,
wasn't there for the beliefs. You know what I'm saying? My boy had the slick hair, you know what I'm saying? Tall, you know what I mean? Like
Jesus gave away his blood to feed people, his flesh to feed people. He was put on a cross, and he still changed the world. He had no dad, still changed the world. We have no
But
dad, still changes the
his
world.
wor- no, the world was treating him bad, but his world, the people in his circle, respected him.
Okay, I
So his
mean,
world wasn't in shambles. Like his bubble wasn't in shambles.
that all then just becomes like, what do you define in shambles, right? Because hypothetically speaking, like I could have a ton of family and everything else financially be in shambles, but still I'm fine. You get what I'm saying? Like it depends. That's gonna come down to like, what do you define as shambles? You get what I'm? Did you understand what I meant?
Yeah.
I think
It
that's
just- it
I
gets-
think
it-
that's
it
like
gets-
just opinionated, like whatever you feel like is shambles, because
Yeah, I
it's
feel
your
like
world.
it's a slippery
So
slope.
like some
because,
people overreact to like, oh, like Chris. Oh, my coffee is cold. This I can't complain about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like his world is in shambles right now.
yo, my
Me,
coffee's
I
never
throw that
cold.
whole out. Like fuck that. Let's get some tea. Let's get some grown man shit.
Yo, my
what I'm
coffee's
saying?
never cold. You heard me?
Bro, that's
Yo,
crazy.
hold on. Put that
You heard me?
put that shit back on the screen.
Wait,
bro.
I got a question. I got a question. Can I use
Bro,
that?
is that
Hold
a
on,
coffee
I got
warmer?
That's a coffee warmer. I got a better question though for make
I
better
lost
use. Hold on. Yo, because
Go
this
ahead.
question's for us. This question's for us. Can I light my hookah coals on that? You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
It doesn't get hot enough?
like no, it doesn't go past 200 degrees. It's like 130 degrees, something like that. Uninterested.
Yeah, he's such a, how
Uninterested
many
quick.
heat do I need to turn on a hookah call? You know what I'm saying?
So, anyways,
Nah, but
changing the
honestly,
world. People change the world.
I-
Changes the world.
I feel like okay, so I'm gonna give my statement about this.
All right,
I
and then let's
feel
close it
like-
up because we're not getting
Holy
anywhere.
shit.
I'll close it up. I'll close it up right here.
All
Fuck
right,
your
go ahead.
cold. Yo,
It's
at
700
the end
degrees,
of
by
the
the way.
day. Go ahead, sorry.
You need 700 degrees to light coal.
Damn, you fall.
Yeah. If I get
Gotta
3
go
of
to
them
the-
though, and I put them close, it might work.
You better go to the sun.
Nah, I'll get a lighter, whatever. But yo, I just feel like everybody has their own world. You know, I also do say to people, just be more selfish, because a lot of times we forget about that shit. We start thinking about like, what can I do to my husband? What can I do to my brother? What can I do to my sister, my mom, my dad? You feel me? Like, be more selfish. This is your world. Forget about everybody else around you. I want you to be happy with yourself. So whatever makes your world happy, do that. You feel me? Because a lot of times, like, you don't even see the downfall. You don't see how you're trickling down the wall. You know what I mean? And just because you're trying to make somebody else's world happy. You know what I mean? You
We
break
potted
yourself
now.
down. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
Like,
hold on. Because I
What
got
if
something
it's
to say about
what if
that.
it's illegal?
Fuck it,
well,
do it
what you
anyway.
said?
What if it's illegal?
What if what's illegal?
Like what makes me happy?
Bro, listen to me, bro. After 10 p.m., you can't buy these. You know what I mean? That's illegal. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that are illegal in this world that is just like rules made up because somebody else's world said that this should be illegal. So whatever you feel is illegal and you think that's right for you, bro, do it, bro. If you like crack, Steven, I support you, my boy. Like,
Please, I don't support you in doing that, Steve. I want better for yourself.
hey,
for your
listen,
health.
as long as you're here at
Bro,
8 p.m. on Fridays, I support whatever the fuck you gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I want to get back to that, Zach, what you just said. Doing what it makes you happy. I think that's very important. It's like people say it all the time, but I think it's very important because I've been wanting to I was very interested in
God, this
media.
fucking guy, bro. You're good. Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah,
You're good.
I've been very interested.
Yo, hold on. Let's hold on. Let's
good.
go.
Bro,
back
he's
on that.
good.
Yo,
He's
so
good.
good at this shit. Y'all don't see it happening, bro. But we know the plans.
Go
So
ahead,
like
go
the
ahead.
way he puts it in, like, yo, bro.
Go.
Go ahead. Sorry,
Yo.
go ahead. Do your
But
thing.
it's very important to do what makes you happy because for the longest time, I've always wanted to be like in media or like do a podcast or be an actor or do like commercial stuff. But I was always embarrassed.
What's your childhood dream?
I was always embarrassed, like in being in school, to say I wanted to be in like movies or like do commercials, write like jingles. I used to want to write jingles, like commercial slogans.
Oh, hold on. Be embarrassed about that one. But besides everything else, besides everything else, what made you embarrassed about it? The fact that it seemed impossible, or just like when you mentioned it to somebody, they said, like, because let me be straight with you. Your family could be your biggest haters.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Sometimes they don't see what you see, and yo, fuck them.
Yeah. For me, it wasn't that. For me, I felt like I was always more scared of the judgment. I was always more afraid of like the judgment from other people. Like, oh, they're gonna judge me for that. They're gonna look at me. They're gonna look at me like I'm corny. So for the longest, from like high school, middle school, high school, I wanted to do these things, and it took a while. It took until we started this podcast for me to finally be like, all right, I'm just gonna do it. I can't be afraid to do the things that I want to do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. And then we started the best podcast in the world. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting better at this every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to like expand into other things so I can like start learning editing. I can start learning how to make commercials and videos. Like I want to learn these things. And I wish I would have started earlier, but I was too scared to put myself out there earlier. And I regret that a lot.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
What made you do that jump? Because this is quote that I love by Will Smith, and it's like he says that the moment you jump off that plane, that's when your life starts. So what made you be like, "I'll do it, fuck it"?
Honestly, it was like I've always like let's do this podcast for example. Like I've been a big fan of podcasts, and I was like, I want that. I want to create that community and that world with my friends. Like I want to do that. And I started seeing other people do it, and then I was like, "Oh shit, that's dope! They're getting successful at it." And then, what made me finally like take the leap was, there was a thing that I forgot where I saw it, but it was like ideas have their own life, and things are gonna happen with or without you, right? So like if I didn't take the initiative and say, hey, I want to get out there, I want to start a pod, I want to do all these things, then someone else would have taken that initiative and they would have got it popping and they would have done it. Like, have you ever had an idea of something and you're like, yo, I should do that? And then like 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, somebody else pop off with that idea.
Happens all the time.
But that's because you didn't do it when you thought of it. You didn't put the wheels in motion to do it.
I want to say something real quick. Now that you mentioned that, do you remember in high school, me, you, and Danny had the idea of making scented soles, like for shoes? Bro, it became a thing like 3 years later.
Mm-hmm.
We had that idea. We just, obviously, we were kids. We didn't even fucking know how to go about that shit. We're like, yo, what if we made soles that had like cherry flavor or vanilla? You know what I'm saying? So that way, like, if your feet smell, it wouldn't smell like fucking shit. It would smell like cherry.
I tell you what, I still stink with my boots. Or I don't know what I need. I need Jesus to walk on them holes.
We would have made the extra heavy duty ones. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wait, yeah. I came up with the extra heavy duty ones.
Listen. I even had. You know how they have the protectors that you put in, so the crease protectors. I was like, yo, we make those scented. Like, yo, I was thinking of everything. We thought about that shit.
Those sneakers are gonna
smell like. I tell you what. I'll give you a perfect example. I was always telling Chris about this app idea that I had. And it was just like connecting people to like dope places, and yo, shout out to timeshare. You know what I'm saying? Like that actually came reality. You know what I mean? Like, and that was something that I came out a long time ago. And now when it came out, like it's an actual app, and I was like, yo, Chris, like that's crazy. Like remember we was just talking about this shit not too long ago. You feel me? So. But I get the message, you know what I mean? Like, just jump on.
Like these ideas, they're not yours per se. You know what I'm saying? They're not yours. They're just, whoever creates them first. Whoever creates it, like the ideas are floating out there. The ideas are floating out there. You gotta. If one hits your frequency, you gotta grab it and do it. Like for example,
I just feel like
I have a folder on my phone of project ideas that are like 10
me
plus,
too,
like 10 plus project ideas.
And you know what's crazy about it is that like those so it's funny that we in this conversation. Like there's things that I think that I'm like, yo, I'm gonna tweet this, and then I see that tweet with 100K followers, I mean retweets, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I just thought about this shit, and honestly that teaches you like a little lesson, like, yo, just you gotta do things. Like you can't care about what nobody thinks. This is your fucking world, you know what I'm saying? Like get to it.
Like how many people could have been great at something, but they were too afraid to put themselves out there and do it. They were too afraid of the criticism of people that are not even in your world. They're not even in your world.
And that's something big, because yo, a lot of people like for example, like I'm big on, like I have a really strong nose. You get me? So like
Yeah,
I
she's big as
smell
fuck.
things.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
What you said? Yeah. Nah,
He
my
said he
nose
likes.
is
He said he likes your ring.
yeah.
nah.
Tupac shit.
You fuck
Tupac.
with it, yo. I'm a nose guy. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to hate, I didn't even hear what you said. You know what I'm saying? You
Hey,
standing outside the
it's your
club.
own world. It's your own world, yo. It's your own
It's
world.
my world right now.
Yeah,
You know what I
please.
mean? But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's your world, bro. You can't really be thinking about nobody's stuff. Like that, for example, like with my nose thing, like I could smell myself. You get me? Like, and if I play basketball and if I do some activity, like, and I feel like I have a BO, right? BO, body odor, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm overthinking it. You know what I mean? And then I'm the type of person I can't stand shit like that. So I'm like, yo, do I smell? Like, I'll ask you, like, you're my friend. Like, if I have a booger, I want you to tell me. You know what I mean? Like, so if I ask you, yo, do I smell? You'd be like, nah. In my head for the last 40 minutes, I'm like, damn, bro, like I stink. You know what I mean? Like this is all in my head, you know what I mean? So like a lot of people do that shit. Like a lot of shit's in your fucking head and you don't even realize like people don't even give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? So just do what you gotta do
Like
because everything's in your head, you know?
here's
Don't
an
overthink shit.
here's an example. Like how many people did not become rappers because they didn't want to say out loud that they were a rapper?
And I'm happy, honestly, because fuck y'all sucked.
But like,
Yeah,
but
fucking
you see, like,
horrible.
that right there is what makes people not want to do it. So like,
Yeah,
like
bad.
even this podcast, this is like having a podcast is like the new I'm a rapper because
Yo,
like
a girl
everybody
told me
has
one time, she's like,
everybody has
oh,
a pod.
you got a pod? I don't like that was a red flag. I'm like, shorty, like I'm about to talk about you next week. I
But
don't
yeah,
give a fuck how you feel about my part. I'ma still do what I gotta do. That's what I'm telling people. Like, do what you gotta do. People don't be attached to nobody's feelings. Don't be attached to nobody's opinion. Don't be attached to nobody's whatever they doing. Don't be attached to it. Because at the end of the day, you gotta live your life. You feel me? Like that's how you get out of that inside your head voice. You get me? Like you start calling that voice inside your head, yo, you shut the fuck up. I'm gonna do this. You feel me? Cause you just got to, bro. You just got to.
so what did you want to do in high school that you didn't get
So
to do?
it's funny. I actually had a conversation with a really good friend of mine, and she told me she was she basically asked me the same question, and I was honestly under the influence, and I took a second and I thought about it, and like I spoken this to a lot of my friends. I've spoken to like I've been wanting to find my thing. You get me? Like everybody has a thing. I have a friend that she puts fucking names on dog shit and she sells them for bread. Like she's just like, if you have a dog, Sophie.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. That's the female version of I Got a Podcast,
What?
where they take like bottles and all these other shit and just put names on it.
But okay, I get it. But
Wait,
she
I don't.
did
Wait,
it with like pets, like anything pets, anything that you have a pet. Like if you have a bird, you have a cat, you have anything. She just put whatever you think, whatever ornament or like whatever thing you buy for them. You buy a cage and you want a name on it, she'll do that for you. Just that simple thing, just putting a name on things. Pay her
Oh,
money.
I
You
get what
feel
you're
me?
saying.
Like
Okay.
a dog bowl and your dog name is Steven. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it. Like you get a scarf and you put your dog's name on the scarf for your
yeah,
dog.
like, this
Oh,
is
like just
like the
labeling,
simplest things.
labeling
Like
stuff.
there's so many things in this world that we
Ah,
don't need. We don't know that people need at this moment, and people just be coming up. So I was thinking about that shit.
that's
I'm
fine.
like,
I get it now. Steven, that was a good joke. That was funny.
Thanks. Too
That was
bad
funny.
it didn't really hit because you was lost, but
No, because he
but
because he kept saying putting name on shit and I'm dog shit and I'm like what?
wait,
There-
you were thinking about poop this whole time?
I'm thinking you saying put a name on poo. I'm like
like
there's some dude out there.
Good talk. So like I was saying,
I don't know what I could hear you. But yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I was so confused. I was like, what? She's doing what? Let me get in on that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
little things. And I remember, like, when I closed my eyes, I remember, like, I had just gotten into a fight. And in high school, you gotta sign a contract that says, like, you can't be like, how was this supposed to be in school? I had like 5 different contracts with kids, like, oh, you can't be within like 20 feet of them or shit like that. Like, it was like,
Restraining orders.
yeah, like in high school. So um I wasn't a bad kid. Kids just liked fighting me, whatever the case might be. So that happened, and the teacher was like, "Yo, like this is like the 5th time you in here this week. Like, what do you want to do with your life?" And I remember myself telling myself, like, "Yo, I want to be a photographer. Like, I like taking pictures. I feel like I have an eye for things. You know what I'm saying?" And it started clicking to me, like, "Yo." I went back to the time that I saw this movie called it's called Matthew McConaughey. It's he's in Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
if you ever
yeah,
seen
yeah, yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
He's a photographer. That movie came out in 2009. That was the year I graduated middle school. So when I saw that, I was like, I saw his lifestyle. I saw the way he played. I'm like, yo, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the school nurse asked me that shit. So that shit brought to me. I was like, damn, I want to be a photographer. Mind you,
Well,
it just so
first,
happens
first is photographer,
photographer. What did I say?
photographer.
Photographer. Sorry.
You got it. You got it. That's
Hey,
step one.
I'm
That's
learning
not,
about my things that I like now. You know
no,
what
that's
I
step
mean?
one. That's step one.
But whatever the case might be, I bought myself on the iPhone 15, the
Hey,
Max Pro.
hey,
Bro, that camera is OD, and I call myself, "Where's
come
my
on,
shit
gang.
at?"
Come on, gang.
I got a black screen. I got a black phone, so like it's hard to find it. You know what I mean? But whatever the case might be, I found myself taking pictures and just doing little edits. And like I started showing my friends, I'm like, "Yo, this is a nice pictures," and I'm like, "That's crazy! Like this is like what I've been wanting to do." You feel me? And I just never done it. I never done it. Like I have the camera, I have the lenses, I have everything. I just never done it. So that's why I tell people like, yo, do whatever you want to do. Cause at the end of the day, whatever makes you happy, it's what's important because you're happy. And a lot of people overthink the fact that, yo, if you're happy, you bring that energy. People feel that shit. You're making other people feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like you bringing good energy to the world. You're changing the world as we speak. You feel me? Like,
Yeah. And
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 shout out to you, bro.
and at the end of the day, you if you follow that thing that you love, eventually you'll be successful at it, right? If it's the thing that you love, eventually you'll be great at it. You'll be successful
And
at it.
yo,
And
fuck that.
wait,
Fuck
wait,
that. You're
wait, hold
thinking
on,
too
hold on.
far of it. Even
Wait,
if you don't, as long
but
as you're doing something that you like and you love, that's all you need. You feel me?
yeah, your level of success can be whatever. It can be money, but it can just be you're really great at this thing. Whatever success means to you. But
Word.
if you follow it and you get really successful at it, right? You get great at it, you can do it. Everybody you thought was going to judge you for it is now going to be a
Dick riding.
supporter. No,
Yeah.
I'm saying supporter of
They
it.
dick riding. They dick riding.
I'm
Cause call
saying,
it what it is. Call a spade a spade. You were just talking. Steven was just talking shit. Yo, you take bad pictures. Now I got 30K followers. Yo, bro, let me repost them shits. Like, nah, bro. Stick to your side. You know what I mean? Like, do
um,
your thing.
If you're listening to the podcast, you are not a dick rider. Thank you for listening.
all the supporters. But that just to put an end on this is like we've been doing this, and when this becomes successful, whatever shape it turns into, whatever it becomes.
Pause it. Steven,
I've been,
tell them what happens when we become famous. Then they didn't follow the chat before. Go ahead, Steven. You
We're
love
gonna
saying this.
what?
Nah? All right, whatever. He forgot. He used to always say, "Yo, if you don't follow now, fuck y'all later." You know what I mean? Like that's how.
everybody, I don't agree with that. For
I
everybody
also don't agree with that.
for the millions of listeners that are going back and listening to
I
the
will
old
go
stuff,
back to the
you're
thing
back and
and I
listening to
will
the old
post
stuff.
it every single day on my shit. You know what I mean? Like so people know. That's a fact.
I don't agree with that. I didn't say that. Fake news.
For everybody that coming from the future and listening to this old episode, I don't agree with that. I like y'all a lot, and
I
really
love you. I was
I love
speaking
it.
about Steven.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
I
For
was
sure.
not speaking about me.
No, I never remember Steven saying that. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
I don't know.
Word. I bet. Put
I
me
don't
on put me on the show, man. I feel you. I respect.
Do you respect what Jada's doing to Will right now?
100%, because that's her world. That's her world. You know what I mean? But go ahead, explain it. What is Jada doing to Will Smith right now?
No, you explain it. Steven, good. Explain what's going on.
You good?
You good?
What was that?
You talking to me? You asking me to explain?
Your mic. No, your mic does something weird. Now somebody explain it. What's going on with Jada and Will?
So Jada is being Jada. You know what I'm saying? The goat of goats. So basically, what Jada is doing is she is, and correct me if I'm wrong, demasculating Will Smith at an all-time high.
I wouldn't call it demasculating.
What has she been saying? What is she doing? Why is she saying these things?
Okay, so I want to say demasculating is when you don't support your man for things he done. You know what I'm saying? Like you calling him like you low key calling him like, yo, you a bitch. All right.
I don't think that makes me less of a man. I'm a man no matter what fuck other people think.
So however you want to see it, because that's your world. But in my world, that is demasculating. So basically, you know how he went up, he said, stop talking about my wife. And bang, slap Chris Rock. She said, I don't even know why he called me his wife. We're not together. We haven't been together for so long. That's not demasculating you?
No. I still slap Chris Rock. I can pick and choose what makes me a man and what doesn't. Like, she can say whatever the fuck she wants.
I feel you, but when you went out your way after somebody is like blatantly insulting your girl, of what we think that's how Will saw it, you know what I'm saying? And you stood up and you said, I'm gonna be a man, regardless if we're not together, regardless if we quote unquote not married.
I don't think that makes him a man for standing up and slapping Chris Rock.
Nah, there's things that make you a man, and standing up for your woman makes you a fucking man.
That does, sure, but he didn't have
You
to
know
slap
what I'm saying?
Chris Rock. That makes
now,
him a fool.
what doesn't make you a man is when you stood up as a man and you said, yo, fuck it, in front of the fucking world, and you slapped the shit out of somebody you've been knowing your whole entire life. So for her to come out and later say, I didn't even know what he did that for. When in the video, when Chris Rock makes the video, you could clearly you could clearly see Jada's discomfort. You know what I'm saying? You could clearly see like you're not gonna do nothing. Like he just insulted me. You know what I'm saying? He stood up. They were. I don't want to say. I mean, in your world, that's not what a man is supposed to be. But if somebody's to stole my shorty, I'm breaking your jaw, son. Like that's how I'm gonna do.
You can stand up for them, but again, slapping someone, it doesn't make you more or less of a man.
I don't think
it makes you look like a fool.
Yeah, I don't think that's the part to get hung up on here. You know, that happened. That already happened. I think the part is whatever shape or form he took to stand up for her, he stood up for her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure. But anything that comes. Okay, go ahead.
He stood up for her, like John said, in front of the world. I don't agree with him going up there and slapping Chris Rock, of course. But
no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Whatever.
He stood up and he defended his partner in life. That's what they call each other. They're partners for life, right? And then for her to then come around to be like almost like that was unnecessary. I don't get why you.
I'll simplify it for you. If you're looking at it like from Will Smith and Jada's perspective, we're at a party. You have your girl. I like your girl. I'm like, yo, you look good as hell, and you're right next to her. What are you supposed to do?
Nothing. It's up to her to make that fucking decision. She's a grown ass woman. And if she says, "Oh, you look good too," then I'll be like, "Goodbye, goodbye," and I'm gonna go find me another bitch. No, other people are not supposed to affect. Hold on. Other people are not supposed to affect my emotions, my masculinity. They may affect nothing about me. I can have control over myself, no matter what or where I am. So if one person comes up and flirts with my wife, if she goes and she flirts back, that's her L. I'm leaving. I don't have to sit here and cry about it. There's 7 billion people on this planet. Will I be somewhat sad? Sure, depending on how long a relationship is. Yes, I will be sad. But does that end my world? No, the fuck it does not. Does it make me less of a man? No, because I still can go fuck bitches after that.
Wait, hold on. Wait, there's a lot there.
Can I? Let me go first.
All right, go ahead.
We speaking on you know what I'm saying, like just anybody. I'm talking about Will and Chris Rock been knowing each other. That's my man's. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Your man, your boy.
Okay.
I throw in the GOAT. Danny goes up to you, says, "Yo, your girl look good as fuck. What are you gonna do about it?"
He's clearly not my friend, so he's disrespecting me. There's
no
no
people be like, you know what I'm saying? People be under the influence. People be under certain conditions. You know what I'm saying?
That
like,
don't mean shit. Under the influence or not, like,
bro, listen to me.
Maybe
If
as a
you're
child,
under, I'm honestly under liquor right now. I can't. Not even saying I can't control myself, but I'm saying like it's hard. You know what I'm saying? So there's things that come out of your mouth that you don't. You know, you might mean, but I'm saying like you shouldn't say. So if I make a mistake and say like, "Hey, I find your girl attractive," in a disrespectful way, because as a man and your girl is attractive and we ask each other, I could admit like, yo, you have a beautiful girlfriend. God bless you. That's a good way to approaching that. Me approaching in a bad way is like, yo, you should got a fat ass, son. Damn, you clapping that?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
that's disrespectful, bro. You've been knowing me my whole life. Don't talk about my girl like that, bro.
Okay, sure. It's disrespectful. Therefore, we are no longer friends. It doesn't change anything.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it. So what Steven was saying, I agree with some of that. Whereas like if we're in a setting and someone approaches my girl and says something to that effect, like, yo, what's up? You want to dance? Or like, what's good? It's not on me to be like, yo, nah, she good. She don't want to dance. That's not on me. That's corny. I trust that my girl's gonna be like, nah, I don't think you. My man's right here. I'm with my man. Like, I let that's how I expect that scenario to go. Now that's where we agree, right? And I think Steven will also agree with, if this person is now being disrespectful in front of me to her, that's where I step in.
Yeah, that's where you're like,
you could even put it. You could even put it in the sense like this is a random person that your girl literally just said, "No, I'm okay. I'm sorry. I got with somebody."
Well, yes,
and there's guys that go over that and be like, "Man, I don't give a fuck about your nigga. Like, what's up with you?" Like,
so hold on. So because we're talking about the slap now, because that should happen like 8 months ago. But in this scenario, right? We're in the setting. This person comes, is being disrespectful. I step in to, yo, like, you're not gonna disrespect my girl like that, blah, blah, blah. You handle that situation the way you handle it, right?
Yeah.
Your girl the next day to be like, oh, look at him, so insecure, like stepping in, like he didn't have to do that. Like, why did he have to do that? That is undermining you, and that is demasculating you.
I don't think it's demasculating. Is it undermining? Yes. Is it disrespectful? Yes. I don't think it's demasculating you. There's nothing that can demasculate you if you choose nothing to demasculate you.
And that's the part where it's going to be difficult in conversations like this when we're trying to have a conversations, because we had other podcasts where like we would try to have a conversation, but Steven's mindset on something is very like if I don't agree with it, then no. Like not that I don't agree with it.
Yeah, this is my world.
Hold on.
I don't care what you say. If I don't think that I am that way, then it's not true. And that's one way to look at it.
I didn't say that at all. I didn't say that at all. If you believe that that's demasculating you, sure, that's for you, and that's for you to believe, right? But in my personal opinion, you are 100% in control of what you feel, not what you feel, sorry, and how you handle your emotions and what is demasculating you.
So you think?
Good.
Hold on, let me get it out, John. Right, so you think there is nothing your partner can say or do to demasculate you if you don't allow it to?
No.
Cap. Oh God, that's cap. Oh God.
I just feel like
I'll tell you right now, something your girl could say that would demasculate you.
Disrespect does not equate demasculinity.
And I was just gonna go back to that. This is the same conversation of disrespectful. The disrespectful conversation that we had a couple pods ago, or a bunch of pods ago.
Yeah,
It's that
cheating in
same
public or not.
conversation. It's because if he doesn't deem it, then it isn't that, and I don't agree with that. Especially if someone's intent is to demasculate you and they're doing that, then they're demasculating you.
No.
If someone's intent is to disrespect you, then they're disrespecting you. Even if you
Bro,
don't take it that way,
man-
they're disrespecting you.
A man's pride, and I don't give a fuck who you are. If you're a man, you know your pride is on your size. If a girl says you out here talking like I'm that boy, I'm that man, you know what I'm saying? I go and I hammer things down, and the girl says, "Yeah, but it's a little ass hammer." She just demasculated the shit out of you, my boy.
Yeah, or like if you're someone who provides for your family and you're working 10-hour days, like you come home, and when you come home, like
Double job.
you take care, you come home and you take care of everything you have to take care in your household. Like you're not even getting sleep because you're making sure everybody else is okay. For that girl or that partner, whoever that partner is, to turn around and like demean you and say like you're not doing enough, or saying, oh, he's not even a good dad, like just stuff like that is demasculating, that is undermining, that is like disrespectful. And I don't think if you're someone who says, oh, I don't care what she says, I know I'm being a man doing this, that doesn't mean that person gets a pass, because I don't deem it that way.
I mean, but everything, a lot of things come down to beliefs, right? You can even say in religion, I can believe in this thing, and the other person who believes in that thing is going to tell me I'm going to hell. Doesn't make it true, right? Can it be true for them? Sure. Can it be true for me? No. Right? Like I said to you guys, it can be demasculating for you if that's what you feel. Nothing in this world is going to make me feel less masculine.
But do you feel,
except for cutting my fucking dick off, because that's the literal term of demasculating.
I just feel like we're playing with words. Like it's just like it's simple. Like if you put your all into something and then somebody shits on it, how are you gonna feel about it?
yeah,
But that doesn't have to specifically mean just
Nah,
me
it's
being
it's,
a man.
it's that simple thing. It's that simple thing. If
well-
we're just playing with words right now, if you do something that you know you work so hard for something and somebody just shits on it, so it's like my ex did better. How are you gonna feel about it, bro? Like it's simple.
what Steven's doing is taking the literal sense to it. That's kind of like he's taking the literal sense. Like my dick is still here. Like I'm still a man.
I'm not taking a literal sense to it. I just don't believe that you have all the power in your own brain. You don't. If you don't believe that you were demasculated, right? As long as at the end of the day you wake up, you're like, yo, I'm a fucking man. Then guess what?
Perfect.
You a fucking man.
Now,
hold on.
Can anyone make me feel less than? Absolutely not. There's not a thing they can say or do except for literally cutting my balls off. There's nothing less they can say or do to make me feel less of a man.
So
Not a
what Steven's
chance.
saying is a healthy way to look at that, and it's 100% how you should be. No matter what anyone says, it should not.
I'm as a demon.
It should not affect how you feel about yourself. That is 100% true.
That's how you should.
That's how you should carry yourself. But it does not take away that some people are out here trying to disrespect you. They're trying to demasculate you, and them doing so, because I have the mindset that that's not disrespecting me. I'm on my own lane. That's not demasculating me. I'm not even looking at that. That does not give them a pass, because I don't feel that way.
I got it. Steven, you're 6'4". The great, I mean 6'4". I'm sorry, 6. We're gonna say 7'2". The greatest center to ever live on Earth, right?
He's not better than the aliens, but on Earth, he's pretty good.
Sure, he's the great. Like basketball was invented because they saw how Steven plays center position.
Of course.
Here comes Christian Batista driving the middle lane, and oh shit, he jumps. And you know the when they grab your face and like put your whole nut in his face, like that disrespectful shit, demasculated the fuck out of him. How you feel, Steven? Good talk. Good talk. So if Steven was here, he'll say that he feels so demasculated because
no. Hold on. You know what you want to know what I would say? You want to know what Steven would say?
Nah, I said it. I said
Nah, you said it wrong. You know what Steven was
Mhm.
saying? How much money did he just get paid to get dunked on?
Mm.
Millions. How much does
So
he
you
get
a
paid to sit on
stripper?
the bench?
You work for money?
I'm doing what makes me happy. Millions make me happy.
What's your world? I
You
hear
know what I'm
you.
saying? Like, go ahead, dunk
I
on me
hear you.
again. Let's put on a fucking show. Pay me
I
more
hear you.
though. You get what I'm
Nah,
saying?
at the end of the day, it's true what Steven says. You should feel however you want to feel. But in the public's eye, you being demasculated. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you want to erase that embarrassment of somebody putting their whole nuts in their forehead, that is
And
how
if
you want to do
And
about it.
it's
hold
not
on, hold
about
on. I wanna follow up on that.
the people. It's not so much about the people, and this is kind of my same point of the
Okay.
disrespect conversation. It's not the people. It's you're willing to make these people feel this way about me, even if I don't care how they feel about me. You're willing to alter the way
So
they look
accept.
at me,
You just
and that's
accept.
that's the disrespectful part. That's the demasculating part. That you're willing to alter people's view of me, even if the view of myself is not changing.
I mean, that still
Right.
doesn't really change anything. Are
Right.
those
You know what
people?
I'm
Are
saying?
those people really my friends because they see me being a millionaire, get dunked on, and they're like,
I
"Oh, he's a
see.
bitch."
I feel you, and I agree with you. I just don't think that is. I just don't think that mindset lets them off the hook. And I feel like you saying that is letting the people that are disrespecting you off the
Yeah,
hook.
yeah. And like, bro,
Extremely
like,
Well,
off the hook.
what? Why do I?
right
Why do
now
I?
you
Hold on,
just
hold on, hold
ignoring
on, hold on.
disrespect.
Hold
You're
on.
just
What
ignoring
reason?
disrespect.
What do I gain? What do I gain from keeping them on the hook? What besides them possibly disrespecting me more?
No.
Hold on, hold on, hold on,
This
hold on, hold on.
this the difference between you you adjusting to what people say about you. Disrespect is still disrespect. If I slap in your face and you're like, yeah, man, fuck, that shit ain't hurt, I still disrespected you,
And you
Steven.
got nothing from it. I go home, I sleep well,
That's
and
how you see it.
I lost nothing
I
from it.
applaud you for it. I applaud you for how you see things. That's on you.
No,
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
if somebody slaps me, I'm gonna get mad as fuck. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
No.
don't take
but like, okay, so put it like this: somebody slaps you. Are you gonna deal with the after effects of like every dude that walks in that court that you try to act tough? Is like they're gonna slap you because you've been slapped and you were like, oh, man, I don't care, but I'm a man. You get me? Like this is a disrespect. Now you just gave the open book. You just gave the open road to somebody. Just like, man, I know he's not gonna fight back. I'm gonna slap the shit out of this dude right now. That
but
is demasculating the shot at you. Steven.
that's not demasculating. That's a means of respect, right? Because you could be a woman and you could fight, and that's not demasculating you. You get what I'm saying? That has to do with just overall respect, right?
I
And
feel
people
like
thinking I'm pussy.
that's but right now we're just war playing. Cause you get me, like I could demasculate a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just like me disrespect. I feel like this.
Wait, hold on.
I feel like
Hold
right
on.
now,
Hold
I
on,
feel like
Steven.
disrespecting is demasculating. That's a simple fact. You disrespect me. You trying to make me seem something I'm not. You trying to make me seem like a kid. You could slap a kid. You can't slap a grown man.
Yo,
Cause you gonna
Steven,
get slapped right back.
Yes.
I saw your response to something. Do you think you can't demasculate a woman, Steven?
Is this?
Especially in 2024, a lot of these women got dicks now. Fuck you talking about? I'll just maculate the shit at you.
And that's another
What are you
episode of
talking
From the Chat Podcast. You heard.
What
Peace.
a fucking way to end it, bro.
Yo, right here is a phone number right here. Leave a topic. Horror
Yeah,
story
tell me
for
about your
Halloween.
horror stories. And please, like if you gonna say a horror story, like DM me afterwards. You know what I mean? Like
We got one. I'm gonna text them back to like clarify. Like I need to hear the story, but we
what?
got one that says it basically said, long story short, my dick feels off. I don't know. I don't know
Wait,
who said that.
I mean, being that the theme is horror stories is probably a bad thing, but it could be a good thing too.
Nah, bro.
We'll see.
Yo, bro, if my dick don't feel the
listening?
same, there's something wrong.
Yeah, but what if it was godlike? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
what if it changed your whole world? You know what I mean?
That's
Who
true. All right,
said so?
so if you listen to this, I'm gonna text you back. But we need you to clarify. We need to hear the story. We need to hear the story. And if you haven't done so,
Subscribe here on John's side. Subscribe to the YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Hit us up on the Discord. Come play some games. We can play some horror games. Yeah, just hit us up.
Yo, Comfy
Hey,
Bar.
yo. Let me just say this.
This whole episode, John's been interrupting the Yo,
I told you I was gonna do that. Yo,
I've been wanting to
wrote
throw this
quote.
mic across
I
the
wrote this
mic.
quote, and I want to
But-
say it. I really liked it.
It's not over.
So the word crisis in Chinese is spelled by two things, right? And hold on, let me just check again.
in Mandarin.
And one side means danger, and the other side means opportunity. So whenever you're in some type of crisis, take this as an opportunity to grow and become a better person. You got a friend in us. We love ya. Have a great night.
That's true.
Peace.
All it is critical thinking, honestly.